It's about to start. Give it just one.
Uh-oh. Where's Ron?
Uh, I think you might have dropped. All right,
Oh,
we are live and direct on KKP, King Kong Palm, and on the Deep Root channel. Excited to have one of our instructors from Silk and Steel, Brandon Dung. Thank you for joining us. We are
My
super
pleasure.
excited. The event is happening this weekend, Saturday the 25th and 26th. It's going to be a celebration of martial arts and healing. So, Brandon, tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us a little bit about what you're going to be sharing at the conference.
Well, my name is Brandon Dung. I've been doing Chole Fut Kung Fu as well as Yang style Tai Chi for almost about 30 years now. I'm here in San Francisco. I run the Doc Pai Wong Martial Arts Center, which has been around since late 60s. So over 50 years, Grandmaster has been teaching in the Bay Area. Complete icon. I mean, really just kind of a legend in San Francisco. And I'm happy enough to continue the legacy. And so one of the things that I'm bringing to KKP this weekend and Silk and Steel is I want to kind of bridge that gap a little bit because Cholifut does cover both internal and external within it. And
Mm.
so which is very unique. And also being a practitioner of Tai Chi, I like to be able to bridge those gaps for people so people understand, that it's not just hard, it's not just soft, it's your body, and it's how you use it, it's how you understand your movements, it's how everything, as Bruce Lee says, kung fu is an expression of yourself, and to be able to express yourself honestly is hard. So one of the things that I want to be able to do is open up that connection for people, have them really understand what their body is doing rather than, okay, this is just a block, this is just a punch, but why does it work? What makes it effective? What makes kung fu so effective than just punching kicking?
Awesome. Cool. Well, I am definitely excited. How did you get mixed up in this crew? That's what I want the people to know.
Oh,
How did you get involved in this particular group of folks?
oh man. Well, it's been an interesting connection all around. And I met Sifu Gus, Sifu Ron, SOV, met all of them. Actually, I think Sifu Gus and I we started out off as friends on Facebook.
yeah, yeah.
you
That's
know,
right.
throwing some comments back and forth, and ended up swinging out to down the Southern California area one time, and got a chance to stop into his school and got to meet everybody. We did some videos together, and I still talk about his amazing tea table that he has there at the village. So jealous. Um, I think Sheldon, yourself, and Sifu Wei. I think I met you guys together around the opening when Sifu Wei did his school
Hmm.
down in Oakland, and we were there for opening ceremonies, and we did some demonstrations, and it's just been it's nice to have that camaraderie with Kung Fu brothers um, that are all willing just to come together, and it's been a really neat relationship.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing that I'm most excited about with Silk and Steel. It's just the collaboration and the camaraderie between all of the instructors and just how this whole thing came together. It's just something that, I find can be very rare in the martial arts these days, and it's really cool to see these connections and also, our all shared mission to keep the martial arts doing what it does best, and that's fighting. Right.
For sure.
Of course, it has all of those other attributes. It has the mindfulness, and it has the healing, and it has all of those things. And we're going to put all of that on our showcase. So really exciting about that. So folks that are watching 25th and 26th, if you haven't signed up, go to kingkongpalm.com today, right now, and sign up. It's going to be an excellent event. Let me just check in with everybody. I know that Sifu, Ron, and Gus, you guys are going to be sharing some interesting things as well. From what I understand, you're going to be sharing Tai Chi and China. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you guys are planning to share as well, since we have you on.
We're going to
Me?
show.
Gus, go for
Well,
it,
Okay,
Gus.
yeah.
what they're gonna what they're gonna learn is the bald man's connection to Tai Chi and Qigong.
Yes, we're gonna do the bell technique. Dong, dong, dong.
Yeah,
We're gonna do
Ron, why
lots
don't
of
you?
touch. We're not gonna do no touch. We're gonna do
There's no
lots
no
touch.
touch, no
No,
touch.
no. Lots of touch, maybe ow touch. No, not really. No. The thing about that is we are really gonna try to unlike a lot of other uh seminars and stuff like that. It's not about performance. It's not about this, not like that. We all know we can look good. Everybody could look good. It's just now we got to see. Uh, we have these group of masters that's going to explain what they're doing, and just some fun classes, to actually show the fundamentals of the internal and external kung fu.
I like that fun was in the beginning of that.
Fun and being mental.
Being mental. Nice.
Fundamental. Yeah, get it. All right,
Yeah,
never mind.
and that also sharing the fact that how to look at it from a practical perspective and not and it's going to sound weird to know the difference between when it's just a healing concept and a practical hand-to-hand concept. So there's going to be the cool thing about what we're doing with this and Chin Na, by the way. How do you put Chin Na in a combative technique versus just grabbing someone's finger and bending it back? How do you make that as relevant as what it's meant to do? And so that's what people are going to learn. It's not about, and doing a randomized too, how to get there when you don't know what's coming at you, how to set it up, and how to have body placement and position, and understanding what parts of the articulation that you're interacting with, the chain of muscles and bones and different things like that. So you get a chance to play with all that stuff.
Kung fu
Awesome.
nerd stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a nerd fest. We're gonna get in. So Sifu Deng, what got you excited about the martial arts? What made you decide you wanted to get into this practice?
Well, it was one of those things that when I first started, I was about 15. So, just hellfire and brimstone at the teenage years. But more importantly, it was just one of those things. Bruce Lee was always kind of a factor. My uncle used to study the style with our grandmaster back in the day, and it just so happened I ended up connecting into the same style. Um, and I found this place of all things right next to the place I used to get my hair cut. Um, so,
I,
but
I didn't
I
want to follow
started
that.
into it. So I started into it. It was a lot of fun, and being able to share and teach everything, it just got better. The world of martial arts and specifically kung fu, because kung fu still has, I feel it has a level of mysticism to it, and and although that's cool and everything, it really bridges different channels, and I've got to meet so many different and interesting people through this thing we call kung fu.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's really exciting to like explore the different styles of Kung Fu and see the things that are different, but also the things that kind of unify them. Because one thing that a lot of people don't know is that Kung Fu itself is not necessarily a style. There's lots of styles of Kung Fu, like too many to count.
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
what are some of the things that you see kind of unite all of the um, different styles of Chinese martial arts systems?
I think one of the biggest things is the idea of ethics within kung fu. I think that's one of the things that really really brings things together is the idea of brotherhood, the idea of that you are studying this for health and fitness, but let's all admit it, everybody wants to know how to protect themselves, hurt people. People always goes, "Oh, Sifu, you're so good at kung fu." I go, "No, no, no. I'm just very sadistic and I know how to hurt you really, really well." Um, and so again, it's all part of this thing. But I think really kind of one of the things that brings us together is that even if you look at just the base culture of any kung fu style, it is based upon family, right? Your sifu is your father. It is your si gong is your grandfather. Your si hings are your uncles, and it's everything is based on family. So, excuse me.
Mafia.
So I know. So
I want my own
so
mafia clan.
So yeah, I mean, so everything is based upon like a family hierarchy, and I think that's where we also get the self-respect. I think that's where we get kind of the brotherhood from, and we share. And it's been interesting, especially because in San Francisco, um, one of the things I noticed, especially coming out of the pandemic, is that in the pandemic, before that, we would have this style of kung fu over here, this style of kung fu. You may be the same style, but you're just a rival school. Why? Because we don't like you. Okay, whatever. But one of the things that the pandemic did is it kind of took everybody down a couple pegs, and actually a lot of ego has kind of been driven out I would think in the Bay Area, and a lot of people that I've talked to that I normally hadn't talked to before. And now it's about coming together and preserving kung fu as a traditional art and part of our culture. And so one of the other things that we're doing coming up in June 8th is we're also doing Kung Fu Day in the Bay Area.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
nice.
So shortly after Silk and Steel, all the
Yeah.
Kung Fu folks are getting together. Very cool. I'm excited to see that. And that's going to be in San Francisco, Chinatown.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. I have to check in with my Sifu out there.
Didn't they have
And
a Kung Fu Day this year already?
that was last
They
year.
had one last year. Yeah, last year
Mhm.
was June
Wow,
1st.
that was quick.
Yeah.
Where did a year go?
Time flies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's exciting. It's cool to see the Kung Fu world coming together. I think it's imperative right now, kind of where we're at with things. I think Kung Fu definitely needs to um, galvanize around making what we do as effective as possible, sharing knowledge, not isolating. That's the message of KKP is to share methods, not styles, to really help people to continue to be able to teach effectively in whatever style it is that they teach in. So yeah, anyone else want to jump in? We only have about a few minutes before the end of our stream. Anyone have anything they want to?
I actually
Yeah.
did notice the same thing, Brandon, about how right after the pandemic, people have started melding together because I mean, us growing up where we were, in me and Gus, like 80s, 90s, and stuff like that. It was always like, it was like a pissing contest. It's like, we have
Oh
the
yeah.
better this. No, come over to the school, we'll kick your ass. Da, 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 da. After
Your
a
kung
while,
fu is
I
no
just got
good hair.
tired. Exactly. Exactly. And it was just it sometimes after I did what I did where I just stopped and I started going, it's just, and I go, what? I just love Kung Fu too much um to like do that, to like separate myself from all this other stuff that is clearly our brothers and sisters styles.
Yeah.
It all came from a single parent, not single, I mean a parent, a single parent, a divorced parent, because he went back to India. But yeah, I totally
Yeah.
agree. I totally agree.
Well,
Yeah, I
hopefully,
think the value of connection, I think we stopped taking it for granted when we had to be isolated. Sorry, Gus, you were going to say something?
no, I was going to say about the same thing. I said that hopefully that this will spark something that will grow into something bigger with that kind of connection, be it Silk and Steel, be it, when Ron and I are in the Bay Area or you guys are down here, we can all get people together because, I do remember it being harder in the beginning, and now people seem like they're a little bit more open to having conversation about it now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Yep.
Awesome. Well,
But it's coming
again,
up soon.
yeah. Thank you everyone for coming. Again, folks that are watching, Silk and Steel is this Saturday on the 25th and 26th. We are going to be doing it all day. It's going to be fun. We're going to learn a lot from each of the instructors. Every one of these instructors, I'm excited to learn from myself. I've learned from them already, and I'm going to learn even more. So definitely sign up if you haven't signed up. We have 2-day passes, single-day passes, and also VIP. So join if you can, and I will see you at the conference. Thanks, everybody.
And you know
Yes.
what? Just one last thing. I remember with my instructors when I was a kid, when all the other instructors come from, different parts of the country, they had beer and wine. Why can't we have that?
Ah, you want to just do drunken
They're
style?
like
That's
they're
your
kids,
plan.
and then they show off, they're fighting, they fight, and I was tasked to like buy more beer.
Beer and wine is perfectly fine after the conference. We will have those post-conference
Yes!
dinner
All right.
times,
I'm a
and
wine.
beer and wine may be part of those festivities. So definitely
Yes.
come hang out with us and come hang out with us afterwards.
All right.
And if you don't know how to sign up go to
Thank
kingkongpalm.com to
you.
sign up. If you don't know how to sign up, make sure you go do that.
Yeah.
See you
Awesome.
soon,
That's
Mr.
it.
Brandon Dong. Oh,
Yep.
Dong.
All right,
TikTok,
looking forward to
TikTok.
seeing you,
Thank you,
brother.
sir.